Hey everyone, this is Melissa Roberto. My son came up with this design by placing his Grinch bracelet and his smiley face bracelet together. So I thought this was cute, and here it is. As with my previous designs, if you're one of my patients and you make this bracelet, just post it on a photo of it on our Facebook page, Rockaway Orthodontics Facebook page, or email a photo to us at info@rockawayortho.com. Right, you'll need 2 looms with 6 rows of pins. You're going to stagger the center 2 together at the same level, stagger them down. The next rows are going to be up and then back down again. Okay. You're going to need some yellow bands, black bands, white, red, a hook, and a clip. Okay, so we're going to start in the center here with a yellow. Then we're going to move to the left with yellow. Now we're going to move 6 up. And now we're going to move 1 yellow up and to the right. And now we're going to work on the hat. So we're going to do double bands here, 2 white bands together, back up and to the left. And now we're going to move to the red part of the hat, and we're going to move this one up and to the right. And now we're going to work our way over, up and over. So 1 straight up, 1 crossing over and to the right, another 1 straight up, another 1 crossing straight over, up and to the right, and the last one crossing down and to the right. And this is where we're going to end that left side of the frame. And now we're going to move to the right side. So working to the right, we're going to place 2 yellow bands, and then 6, and 1 yellow moving in to the left. Okay, now we're working on that hat again, so we're going to use double white bands and move them out to the right. 1 red back to the left, 2 red up, and now we're at the ball part of the hat. We're going to use a double white here. Okay. We're now going to move into our second row. And starting from here, we're going to place 1 yellow. Now we're on the face, and for the face I also use doubles. So we're going to do 2 double black bands. The second, then 2 yellow individual, so a yellow band, a yellow, and a double black for the eye, and another single yellow. And here we're going to use a double white for the hat. Okay, now we're going to copy exactly what we did in the second row on the 5th row. I'm going to pause the video here. We'll come back when that's done. Okay, we've now completed that 5th row, working our way up. Don't forget that double white there for the hat. And the only other thing we're going to do in this 5th row is add a red band up here by the hat. Okay, so now we're going to move to this third row. And we're going to start with a yellow, then a double black for the mouth, then we're going to work our way up with 5 yellow bands. And now double white for the hat. And now 2 red bands. Okay, now you're going to copy exactly what you did in the third row over here in the fourth row, working your way up. The only difference is you're going to have an extra red band up here at the top. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here and we'll come back when that's done. Okay, now working from the top, we've added everything. We're going to start adding our crossbands. We're going to start with red, 2 diagonal red ones. So coming down at an angle here on these 3 pins. And another one, same way. Then we're going to place a red straight across on the 4. And we're going to proceed just down the 4 center pins at this point. So next will be a white band. And now we're going to place 7 yellow bands. Again, just on the 4 center pins at this point. And one more. We skipped this last one because we don't want the bands to stick out. We want it to look more round in the face. Now we're going to go back and we're going to add our bands that go from the first to the third row and first to the third, fourth to the 6th row to keep the entire bracelet together. We are going to have 5 rows of those starting at the eyes. So just underneath our first yellow band, you're going to have 2 bands in this next row. Skip down again, first to the third, fourth to the 6th row, and 3 more just like that. Again, we skip that last one so that the bands don't stick too far out of the bracelet. And our last row. Okay, so now we're ready for our hook. What we're going to do is flip our loom so that the arrows are now facing towards us. And we're going to start at the ball of the hat. We're going to take a rubber band, twist it, and place it right at the tip of that white area there on the hat. And we're going to start first by hooking over to the right side. In this case, I'm going to move just this one forward, so we don't want to leave that behind later on. I did something wrong there, so I'm just going to undo that. Okay, now we're back where we should have been. We're going to pick up this band that goes forward right there. Next, I'm going to grab this band and move over to the right. And at this point, I'm only moving to the right. We're going to move forward one. We're working our way at this point over to that second row. And now we're going to move to the right again. And at this point we're on the second row, so we're going to move straight forward down this row. We're going to ignore all cross bands until get to the end, ignoring all of the other crossbands for this point forward here. So just straight forward. Just that yellow one. And still just going straight to the end. When we get to the end, we're going to ignore the crossbands until the very end to finish the bracelet. Okay, so we've completed this second row. We are going to go back now and we're going to work our way down the 5th row. So we're going to move there's double bands here. We got to pick them both up. We want to just reach for the bottom white bands there. And now again, just going straight forward at this point. Reaching for just the white bands there. I'm ignoring all these crossovers here. That's for the end. I'm going to proceed straight forward to the end, and I'm going to ignore any crossbands at the end as well. And one more. Okay, so now we're going to come back up here, and we're going to move forward on this 3rd row and the 4th row. The 3rd row is going to start from here. The 4th row is actually going to start down here because we have an extra band on this row. I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to come back when that's done. Okay, we've proceeded down the 3rd and the 4th rows all the way to the end. Now we're going to finish the bracelet by finishing the frame. So we're going to start with this left side, and we're going to start at this red where it crosses over. If you forget that, the whole thing will fall apart. So grab that red band out and over, then there's a white, bring that in. Then we're going to reach for that yellow band that crosses over again. And now straight forward. We're going to go straight down this row. And then when we get to the end of the straightaway, we are going to cross over at this point. So we're going to cross to the right. And once more to the right. Okay, we're going to do that same thing on this side. So grabbing that red and moving out, the white moving back in. Might need to push these down a little bit. And then that yellow that's at the bottom, and take that and move that out. And again, straight down to the end. And again, when we get to the end here, we will be crossing over to the center. So now we're going to cross over to our left and once more to our left. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is grab that first band that we placed. So we're going to reach under, bring that up and through on one side and hold it. And then I'm going to reach under again, bring that same band up and through on the other side. And now we pass both ends over the hook. And at this point we're ready to remove the bracelet from the loom. You're just going to want to be careful in certain areas when you take this off. The face, because there's double bands there. And also up at the hat area. So particularly here and here. You also want to release this and this first. Okay. So now we're at that hat. That can also be tricky. Just lift gently. And the rest of it should come off fairly easily. And now we have a smiley face with a Santa hat. You can also add a little bead at the end or a bell like I have on this Santa. Or you could just leave it like that. The white is a ball at the end as well. Now we just have to finish this off. So you're going to add some extensions, however many you would like, depending on the size of the person wearing this. Usually you need around 12, somewhere between 10 and 12. You can add them in any way that you'd like. I just use this method, and I'm just going to add a few just to show you how to finish this off. You can add however many you need, and again in whatever method you'd like. So just a couple more. And then we'll need our clip. In this case I have a C-clip. We're just going to place that right on there. Take this off, and I usually attach it somewhere in the center here. So you can just take your hook, bring it up and through, stretch those out, and just clip your C-clipper right onto there. That way the hat hangs off to the side a little bit. So I hope you enjoy making this. Merry Christmas.